If you are trying to shed weight, you might wonder if running is the answer. Many individuals struggling to slim down. That you would be able to expect to burn calories and excess fats with a sensible running program. But there are just a few other factors on the way to determine your degree of success on a running weight reduction program. Running to shed pounds with a view to drop pounds, you need to create a sizable calorie deficit. Most authorities propose that you shoot for a weekly calorie deficit of 3,500 to 7,000 energy to lose 1 to 2 kilos per week. That you can gain this deficit by way of eating fewer energy or burning extra calories with bodily exercise, akin to going for walks. You could additionally combine the two methods to arrive your target. Healthy food regimen runners have certain nutrition needs, however the normal concepts for healthful eating nonetheless practice. Are trying settling on smaller portions of excessive fats and excessive calorie foods and eating extra whole grains, fruits, and veggies. One usual consuming mistake amongst runners is that they overcompensate for the energy burned via undertaking with further energy from more food and drinks. Some runners even in finding that they attain weight or hit a weight reduction wall, regardless of their common training. The first step to hitting your intention understands just how much you're eating. Use this calculator to gain knowledge of how many calories you want for weight reduction. One solution to hinder overeating or mindless eating is to jot down the whole thing you're consuming in a journal for a few weeks. Reviewing a file of your meals intake will aid you see where your weight loss program wishes development. And, due to the fact you recognize that you must log it later, it might also immediate you to suppose twice before consuming that chocolate-covered donut, serving to you stay on monitor. Runners mainly find that they continuously consider hungry, so you'll want to take a look at to plot your snacks and foods to hinder going overboard. Get strategies for 100-calorie snacks and extra recommendations on tips on how to restrict overeating via controlling your portion sizes. Extra recommendations to preserve your eating regimen on monitor incorporate: eat smaller foods. Unfold your energy over 5 to 6 smaller ingredients as a substitute of the typical 3. This can aid stabilize your metabolism and prevent the starvation pangs that can pressure you to overeat. Watch the liquid energy. Though you can be running a lot, you ought not to regularly drink exercise drinks to hydrate yourself. The equal applies to fruit juices, espresso drinks, and soda. Plain water is adequate to stay well hydrated. Trim the carbs. Regularly speak me, the normal grown-up should devour not more than 130 grams of carbs per day, or roughly 45% to 65% of the whole everyday energy. In case you are exceeding this, or are inside the range but are nonetheless unable to drop some pounds, trim the carbs fairly and substitute with lean protein. Strolling for exercise walking is an effective strategy to burn energy in a relatively brief period of time. The quantity of energy you burn while jogging will differ situated on your body dimension, your percent, and the strolling period. But as an awfully general guiding principle, many runners of typical size estimate that they burn about 100 energy per mile. What number of calories does strolling burn? Participants who efficiently shed some pounds and hold it off burn about 2,800 calories every week via planned activity, in step with facts from the countrywide weight control registry. Assuming a normal of 100 energy per mile, that is about 28 miles per week. If walking is your most effective form of exercise for weight reduction, it is feasible to reach that goal. Don't worry about your PM, or the depth of your run, simply focus on getting the miles with a consistent weekly schedule. Plan your runs in advance and timetable them such as you'd schedule another main occasion. Finally, you will burn the energy you have got to shed weight with strolling. Burning carbs versus burning fats while you pass time. The ratio of carbs and fats your body uses for fuel can change relying on the velocity, length, and depth of the workout. Think of it on this means: for top depth going for walks, the physique depends more on carbs effortlessly when you consider that they're a faster source of vigor. They furnish your physique with the burst of energy it wishes when launching whatever, like a dash. It is like striking a fit to paper, it burns hotter and turbo, however then is swiftly over. For longer, cut-back depth runs, your physique regularly shifts from carbs to fat. While fats are probably not as instant a fuel source, they're more sustainable. In this experience, burning fat is more like lighting fixtures a candle, it burns steadier and longer. If your intention is to burn fats, it would seem reasonable to work out at a slower but constant PM, right? Now not necessarily. While exercising at a curb depth will permit you to burn a greater percentage of calories from fat, working out at a higher depth implies that you are burning extra energy overall.